Well, I'm back here behind my house right now. Got this camera right here behind me. You can see it's a cell camera. I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna take it with me to West Virginia. I'm going over there today to put out some more corn on the property I've been getting the big bucks on, and then I'm putting some more out on a different property that I've hunted for several years. And I'm gonna put some out there. That way, something happens and these bucks start to move, go nocturnal or whatever, I'm gonna keep my options open in West Virginia, and there's no reason to keep a cell camera right here behind my house. I can be here in just a minute or two, and I'm just gonna put a SD card camera here to monitor what's going on. In this spot, I really haven't had any big bucks here so far this year, but I've noticed in years past, I've lived here for 3 years now. Well, this will be my third season hunting it, and I've noticed that usually I don't get the bucks until late October and November. So this just doesn't seem like a good early season spot. I know Kentucky season comes in that first week of September, which is coming up here in about 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm just not getting the bucks here. So I'm gonna take the cell camera, put it at a further away spot, put it in a place where I know that there's some big bucks, and I'll just keep a regular camera right here that I can come up and check pretty regularly and see what I've got coming in. Who knows, a big buck may roll in here, but I can keep up with him on SD cards. So let's take this camera down, get it to West Virginia, put some corn out, and we're gonna see what bucks I might have on a different property. So we'll take it with us and see what we got going on. Well, I made it to what will be my second property here in West Virginia. I haven't been to the one that I made the video about before yet today, and I chose to come to this one first because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get cell phone service to put a cell camera out. So if I don't, I'm gonna take my cell camera and put it on the first property. But I do have a second, just an SD card camera to put out if I can't pick up the signal. But I put out a mineral site here back late winter, early spring, and it looks like they've been really hitting it, but I didn't put a camera on it. I wish I would have, so I don't really have a clue what's here so far this year. But I'm gonna refreshen this lethally addicting site, and I'm gonna put some corn out with it too, with hopefully a cell camera will pick up signal to be able to send me pictures. And because this property's been known, this property is actually the property that I have had my biggest bucks that I've ever had to hunt. So hopefully it's the same way, and it'll give me more options for deer to go after this year. So I'm gonna put the corn out, put the minerals out, maybe do a little bit of scouting around. Got a tree stand right here that's been here for several years. I'm gonna check the straps on it and see what I might need to do with it, because it's been here for a few years, and don't want to take a chance on climbing up into a tree that the straps may break or something. So I might look at those and see what I need to do, and hopefully I can get on some more bucks that I've besides the ones that I've already got. So it's always nice to have options. Don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because you don't know what's going to happen. There might be other hunters after those bucks that I'm trying to hunt on the other property, or they may just disappear. So it's always good to have different places to go. So let's put this corn out, put these minerals out, and we'll see what I've got hopefully here within the next few hours. Usually deer come to the corn pretty quick, so hopefully I can find me something that I can go after here too. Well, the cell camera picked up 3 bars of signal, believe it or not, considering my phone doesn't have any. And I got the corn out, got the minerals out. I checked the tree stand. It seems to be good. And now I'm just gonna pick up the trash, as I always do. Anytime I leave a property, I try to leave it better than it was when I came in. So I'm gonna pick up any garbage I brought in and head back to the truck and drive to the property that I've already got the big bucks, and we'll wait. But I just give it just a little bit of time. It won't be long till we start getting some pictures. I don't know if we're gonna have big ones. We've always had big ones here before, so wouldn't surprise me one bit to have a giant here to go after too. So, but we'll let this one sit, we'll let it wait, and we'll see what we got coming in. That did not take long at all. It wasn't a big one, but it was a little, it looked like a spike or something. Maybe a little tiny fork had torn. Couldn't really tell, but I was still here cleaning up. I hadn't even finished picking up stuff, and I looked down and saw a deer staring at me, and as I started looking a little bit more, you might be able to hear it blowing right now. I don't know if that was the only one, but I could only see the one, but it definitely had big tall spikes, it looked like. But I don't know if it was that corn or these minerals brought them in, but it did not take long. So I suspect I'll have pictures here probably pretty soon. Hopefully his dad or his grandpa may come by. You know, as I'm walking out, I can't help but to look around and see how beautiful it is out here. And I thank God for allowing me to live in a place where I'm able to get out and do this kind of stuff. I thank God that I was raised in the country. But I also sit and think, you know, the Bible says that God created heaven and the earth and everything that we see. Said that he created it in 6 days. And on the 7th day, he rested. And you see, so he made everything that we see in just 6 days. And that amazes me because it is just absolutely beautiful around here. This entire world, everything you see is beautiful. And I can't help but to wonder how beautiful heaven's gonna be whenever we get up there. Just think about the time that he's been able to put into that. What we see right here is just a glimpse of what heaven's gonna look like. The things that we like, people will fight over, maybe not everybody, but people fight over, like diamonds and gold. We're just gonna walk on it up there. It's not gonna be anything. It's not gonna be valuable. But down here, people would fight for it. And it's just gonna be everywhere up there. I think it's just gonna be amazing to see how beautiful heaven is. We can't even see it. We can't imagine how beautiful it is. But man, whenever I'm out here and I just see the beautiful weather, the trees I've been to the Bahamas. You know, you see pictures from all over the world of just these beautiful views. And that's down here. So just imagine how beautiful heaven's gonna be. It's gonna be worth going, let me tell you. So if you're ready, praise God. If not, you still got a chance to get ready, and you can go to that same place and you can get to see how beautiful it is too. So, and he made a way. It was an expensive gift, but he paid it in full for us. And anybody that will accept him, doesn't matter what you've done, how bad it may be, doesn't matter how much money you've got, all you got to do is ask him into your heart, and you can be forgiven and you can go to heaven as well. So, but man, it's just beautiful looking around and seeing what and all he's made. And when you just realize how big of a God we serve, it's humbling. It really is. And I thank God for all that he's done for me. Well, I'm at the first property that I started scouting this year. I've started up and realized I really wish that I would have brought some tools to cut me a path, because it's thick. It's definitely not easy to pack corn through this thicket, but it's the easiest way to get in and get out right now. I do have another path that I might be able to go as far as hunting, trying to get in without spooking anything. But I'm really not that far off the road where I'm dumping my corn at, but whenever I come to hunt, I want to kind of circle around. But I'm gonna put the corn out whenever I get up there, dump it out into the spot. Then I'm gonna try to get out of there. I do have one more camera that I want to check. That is just an SD card camera. I put it on a mock scrape that I made last week. Don't know if I'm gonna have anything on it, but I'm just seeing if anything's coming through there, because I made another mock scrape further on in the property and the deer are hitting it, but it's not the deer I'm looking for. I've had one small buck and the rest were all does. So maybe the one that I've got closer to my corn will be picking up these bigger bucks. That's what I'm hoping, at least. But I also have a couple more regular SD card cameras that I may put out over here as well. I'm not really sure where yet. I think I might have an idea for one of them, so I may just put the one out. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I want to get up here and see what I can figure out, do a little bit more scouting. I really want to pin these deer down early season, because from what I was told last year, the big one crossed the creek and went on to another property sometime in October, and then really wasn't seen over here. So I think early season may be my best shot at this buck, at least here. So and I guess I could always try to find permission over across the creek, so we'll see what happens. But I definitely want to try to pinpoint him down, figure out where he's hanging out the most and where I might have the best chance at getting a shot at him, and go from there. I may just have to be really mobile this year. I do have my saddle, so that's always a plus, being able to move around if I need to. But man, I'm not gonna lie, the saddle's super comfortable and I can't complain about it at all. But I do like having tree stands preset to where I can get up there quietly, quickly, and not have to worry about making too much noise. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So I'm gonna pick this corn back up and make my way on up this hill. I'm about maybe halfway to where I want to be, so just a little bit more of a ways to go, and dump this corn out and go check another camera and see what we got going on. I made it to the feeding spot, and just like I already knew this because of my trail camera pictures coming in, but they definitely looks like the deer's hitting the minerals, which is awesome. But I'm going to put some corn out again. Try to keep these deer coming here. I want them to have everything that they need right here: food, security, cover, which that is security, and I want them to have everything that I can possibly give them. That way they feel comfortable, and maybe they'll stay here. But I'm gonna put the corn out, and then I'm gonna follow. There's a few trails that I want to walk. I want to see where they go, and I've got a couple more trail cameras right here with me that I want to put out. I'll probably drop them along these trails somewhere. And I don't expect to get a lot of pictures, but I just want to see if I get any pictures of these bucks, and that way I might be able to locate their movements. And because like I said earlier, I want the best chance I can to be able to get them in early season, because I think that's probably the best chance I've got to get them. And I want to take a chance, and if I'm going to move in this close into where I think they may be bedding, I want to make sure that I do it right. So I'm going to dump this corn out, and then we'll get to scouting. If you're wondering why I'm whispering, that deer, big buck, he's got to be bedding really close to where I'm feeding. I'm not even 100 yards away. I'm close, and I'm out of sight. I must have just missed this deer, because I walked away. It's not even been a few minutes, I just got a picture of him at the corn, and I'm close. I don't have a clue where he's bedding or anything like that, but he's close. There. I can't believe that. So I had to stop talking. I'm getting pictures of that buck, the big buck, at my corn as we speak. I'm less than 100 yards away. I'm close. My wind, I can tell, is blowing away from him, so he can't smell me. But as I was standing here, another big buck. I couldn't tell. It looked to be an 8-point. I tried to get it on video. I don't know if you guys saw him. Definite shooter. Definite shooter. Just came walking up the path right to me. And he saw me. He ran down the hill, and he stopped and looked at me for a little while. He never blew, but he did take off running. My gosh. These deer are huge when you see them in person. Way bigger than what I expected. And actually, as I'm sitting here doing this talking, I just got another alert telling me that I'm getting pictures of that same buck. Man, that's wild. So I'm not sure where that deer ran to. The road, he ran towards the road. So I don't know where he may have went. He may have crossed the road. He may still be right here somewhere. But I've got to be really careful trying to get back out of here, because my way out is towards the corn pile, which is where that big buck's at. When I saw the one came down the path, I thought it was the big one. I thought he'd already left the corn. But as I was standing here, I began to get more pictures of the big one. So that was maybe one he's running with. I don't know. They're bedding here close, really close, but I don't know where. I've got to get more cameras out. I've got to figure out where these deer are hanging out, because I think I've got a chance at them. There's never a guarantee, but I do think I've got a chance at one of these deer. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of there. I did put my camera out. I didn't do it on video because I was trying to be as quiet as humanly possible, because I was able to get by that deer somehow. As far as I know, I didn't spook him. I don't think he saw me. Don't think he smelled me. I never heard him blow. That is the big one. Now, the one that walked up the path on me, I don't know if he really knew exactly what it was. He never blew, but he did run off. So I hate that happened, but it was still an awesome experience. But I'm down here at my other camera that I set up last week over a mock scrape that I made. I'm gonna grab the SD card out of it. I'm not looking for a lot of pictures. I don't expect to have a lot, but I am looking to see if I just got one picture of that buck, it gives me a little bit of a clue as to where he's traveling to and from. But I put that other camera out a path from my corn pile. I'm hearing something walking. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna grab this SD card. My battery for my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna grab it and try to sneak out of here and try to get home, and maybe I can put something together, put some of this puzzle together here in the next week or so. So grab this SD card and I'm out of here. soon as I put my camera down, something jumped back behind this camera. It was a deer. Couldn't get a look at what it was, but there's definitely deer right here in this area. I think I can still hear it walking around down there. I'm not sure. So that's definitely a good sign that there's deer here in this spot. Who knows? It may have been that buck. I don't think it was, but it very well may have been. So let's get the SD card out of this thing and let's get out of here.